All right. Hello, fellow patriots. Now, you may not know me, and I may not know you, but I think we have enough in common being on here. One, I believe this country's worth preserving, as do you, or you wouldn't be here or calling for completely wiping the board clean and not only starting with nothing, leaving the opposition in charge, which is what I'm here to talk to you about. The opposition, the conversation. Maybe it's like last time. Maybe you're already as openly supporting Trump or being conservatives or self-proclaimed patriots. Maybe you're already being ostracized by friends and family. I don't know if Rona's made it better or worse for you. Yeah, I can only speak to what I've seen of the conversation since coming back to Facebook. And I don't know if you saw my last video. I don't know if it got posted, but yes, I did your logo and the cover photo and all that. I'll also be doing everything I can to provide anything pro-patriotic, or obviously there's some pro-Trump stuff in the logo and cover photo, to say the least. But you don't need my help one way or another with this election. And furthermore, you don't need my talking points. But what I would like to offer is that the people that are saying they're against us, and the people that are deeming anyone as a conservative, or anyone voting Trump for a number of reasons, personally, I feel we're never going to change their mind, and they're not going to change your mind. So what we can do is shift the entire engagement from a fight to a focus. For instance, one of the big things that they always come at Trump about is, oh, he's a Nazi, or he had Nazis put him in power, or the fact that, Richard Spencer and obviously Bannon, there was a lot of other people and the alt-right that openly supported him and were involved, and I'm not here to trash Trump. The left, and I simply say which is the organized opposition, they have jihadis that are bent on eradicating Israel and killing all the Jews. Commies, sure, they'll give you health care, but not a lot of conversation when you're up against a wall and blah blah, So yeah, does the right have cancer on its side that has helped put people in power? Duh. But so is the left. But don't come at this conversation, when I say you, anyone who's screwing up an otherwise civilized conversation, Trump's a Nazi and Trump's down with genocide. It's like, okay, well, let's look at this. You literally have the first president in the entire history of our nation who not only recognized Israel, who, by the way, all their neighbors openly call politically and religiously to exterminate that country and all of its inhabitants because they're Jews. Okay, so Trump recognizing Jerusalem as the capital of Israel, take away all the geopolitical stuff, take away all the whose land it belongs to. Oh, by the way, read the Bible. It's pretty obvious what the first and last books of the Bible are on what God thinks of Israel. So even if you can't get behind that, to say that Trump is like a Nazi and he's down for genocide, you unavoidably have to recognize the fact that an entire nation surrounded by governments and religious officials calling for the extermination of everyone in the center, Trump put an end to that by creating the peace treaty with the United Arab Emirates and all these other various countries, from Sudan and a number of not only African countries, surrounding countries in the Middle East, to normalize relations by getting the economy better, so there's, less of a genocide-y vibe. So, again, I'm not saying that the Trump administration or any right-wing infrastructure is free of that kind of stuff, but right there, your argument is completely gone. Also, the other thing, if you're gonna argue the moral standpoint of, Trump's a monster, he's touched women, I'm not here to give a get out of jail free card for the things that Trump's done. But if they're going to come at you about how can you support this, Trump's dirty laundry has been completely exposed. He's admitted to it, disgusting as it is. The left has done everything, and again, not the people, the administration of the left has done everything it can to cover up anyone who said anything. So it's like, if we're going to argue this moral high ground, this is all about when you're talking to people who are hating you for openly supporting Trump, shift it from a fight to a focus. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, all the horrible stuff, for the most part, they've come out openly about it, whereas the establishment left is acting people to support a candidate that they know has covered up the unspeakable and heinous things he's done to women that we've even seen on video. So it's like, change it from a fight to a focus. It's like, all right, yeah, let's talk morals. Like, and that's the other thing. Any self-respecting leftist right now, or Democrat, or someone who's just voting against Trump, is doing it for what they believe moral reasons. And again, you don't need my talking point. You don't need my help. But one of the last talking points that I've used in trying to speak on behalf of fellow Americans, you guys, is that if you're going to come down to this on a moral basis, if those two first points don't hit it home, the fact that it's like, well, he's standing against that genocide, and two, as far as like dirty laundry and horrible stuff to women and all of that, like, good or bad, right or wrong, it's been out in the open with Trump the whole time. Whereas even the most diehard, I hate Trump liberal will admit that the establishment left, not them, has done everything to cover up the things that Biden have done. And then the last thing that you can offer these people, because I'm sure they're friends and family, and again, fellow Americans, is that the side that's pushing Biden for the horrible things you've seen him do, sniffing kids, the cover-up of assault on women, everything to do with the Silicon Valley and Russia. I mean, I'm just, you all know this. Like, you lefties that are watching this, you Democrats, you people who are against Trump for moral reasons, you're watching this too. And I'm doing design work for you too. So, like, you know, I'm trying to change the conversation here. But the last thing that I can bring it to is that the left establishment knows that you know this and has pushed this monster in front of you that is dangling this carrot that it'll be better if you choose him, and there's no contingency plan. There's none. It's not even a vote for Trump. It's a vote for, okay, so for the next 4 years, can we consolidate where power is at right now to people who at least don't want to sink the boat? Because let me tell you, the people behind Biden, I don't mean the people that vote left. I don't mean the people who are out there doing good for the community. I'm talking the people behind Biden. If they are willing to push that out there in front of you, knowing full well everything that like comes with him, with no contingency plan on what to do if things fall apart, we're not even going to be able to have this conversation. So at the end of the day, if you're having a hard time talking with people, the 3 talking points are genocide. Yeah, check your facts with like one country surrounded by everybody trying to murder them, getting untold billions for the Palestinians that they keep disenfranchised, so like they never come up, so they can justify genocide against a country that we support with Israel, which I know is an oversimplification, but again, a country surrounded by people saying we're going to murder you for being Jewish, like Trump stepped in and made that better. So like let's address that. And then 2, I don't think I need to hit home the monstrosity of Biden and what they've pushed in front of you and continued to hide. And then the third thing that you can do to change this conversation from a fight to a focus is the fact that there literally is no contingency plan. There is no keep it going plan. The establishment left behind Biden literally there's no plan to keep this moving, to even have the argument or the conversation. Now, again, you don't need me to hit home your beliefs, but I'm here to change it from a fight to a focus. I have a YouTube channel. Also got a Instagram with a bunch of fun pro-Trump and political stuff on there. You can see from designs. But as a friend and fan of your founder, I'm here for the community long after the election.